Ever had that friend who thinks leaving passive-aggressive sticky notes on the fridge counts as clear communication? Well, congratulations, because apparently that friend just opened a prop trading firm called Funded Next. And boy, do we have some tea to spill about their spectacular failure in corporate communication. Picture this. You're grinding away as a futures trader, running on energy drinks and the raw determination not to launch your laptop out the window. Your entire existence revolves around holiday planning and whatever chaos the market decides to serve up today. Then you find out your prop firm slipped new rules into the fine print back in the summer, like they were sneaking Brussels sprouts into your Thanksgiving dessert. Those rules just sat there quietly, waiting for the perfect moment. And then, boom, Funded Next launches the attack. They finally decide to enforce the rules.
Well, boom might be a generous description. It was more like Funded Next let out a silent but deadly rule change, crop dusting their entire customer base, and then acting surprised when no one immediately smelled it. Meanwhile, their attention-deficient, caffeine-powered traders are sitting there like confused golden retrievers, just waiting for someone to bonk them on the head with a giant foam bat labeled "New Rules Here." Traders don't do subtle. Traders like their communication the same way they like their trading signals: loud, clear, and impossible to miss. So naturally, Funded Next decides to unveil some earth-shattering rule modifications using their trademark whisper-quiet, stealth-drop approach. Suddenly, there's this mysterious new feature called the Road to Live program, like it's the same program the president uses to pardon the Thanksgiving turkey. But plot twist, it comes stuffed with surprises nobody saw coming.
First bombshell. You only get 15% of your simulation profits transferred to actual live trading. 15 measly percent. That's like ordering an entire pizza and receiving exactly one lonely pepperoni slice while the delivery guy keeps the rest. But wait, there's more excitement headed your way. You'll need 4 full payouts before you can even fantasize about live trading. Then come the payout caps and consistency requirements, which are stricter than airport security on a holiday weekend. And let's not forget the lot size restrictions. So tight you might as well call them your belt after your second plate. The best part? According to them, these rules were apparently always there, like some kind of trading Bigfoot that everyone just somehow missed.
Now here's where things get absolutely bonkers. Most traders learned about the changes the same way we all discover drama these days, through a Twitter beef. A few influencers loyal to Funded Next jumped into the replies like a mom defending her kid at a soccer game, insisting everything was totally fine and perfectly normal. Meanwhile, the trading community morphed into digital detectives faster than you can scream market manipulation. They started screenshot hunting, excavating old promotional materials like determined archaeologists, and highlighting contradictions with the unwavering dedication of hardcore conspiracy theorists.
But wait, it gets better. Nutty Barr, bless his honest soul, basically wrote a breakup letter to Funded Next that was more dramatic than a reality TV show finale. He said seeing all these changes made him feel like he'd been catfished by a prop firm. The poor guy admitted he should have been more patient before jumping into bed with them as an affiliate, like someone realizing they proposed after the second date. Nutty Barr said, seeing a lot of changes from Funded Next, not a big fan of them running promotions under the no payout caps, but now retroactively changing it so that they can take people live at their discretion, and only a portion of the profits will be moved live. I have formally requested to be removed as an affiliate. I should have been more patient before agreeing to be an affiliate with them. In the future, I will be very cautious before onboarding as an affiliate when these newer prop firms launch with their opening promotions. I will continue to trade my funded accounts that I have with them.
Funded Next insists all this information has been public since August, tucked away somewhere in their terms and conditions. But traders are asking the obvious question. If you announce major changes by whispering them into the fine print like it's your personal diary, did you really announce them at all? This whole situation is basically a snapshot of the prop firm industry right now. You've got firms scrambling to navigate new regulations while trying to keep traders calm, affiliates caught in the middle defending their partnerships, and everyday traders just wanting straight answers without having to decode cryptic riddles. So what's the lesson here? When you're dealing with people's money and livelihoods, maybe don't communicate like you're dropping hints about what gift you want for Christmas. Send emails, post actual announcements, hire a guy with a megaphone, and most importantly, put it on Twitter. That's where your audience lives.
Welcome to the most brilliantly disguised recruitment operation in financial history. That's right, we're exposing how Tradeify pulled off the ultimate heist, convincing talented traders to audition for them while simultaneously funding their own hiring process. This is investigative financial comedy at its finest. The Tradeify Grand Cup arrived with more fanfare than a Marvel movie premiere. We're talking about grown adults refreshing their phones like teenagers waiting for concert tickets, Discord servers melting down faster than crypto in a bear market, and enough testosterone-fueled bragging to power a small city. $1 million on the line, real-time leaderboards, and 1,800 traders all convinced they were the next Wolf of Wall Street.
But here's where our story takes a mind-tindling turn. While everyone was focused on the shiny prize money and bragging rights, Tradeify was quietly orchestrating the most sophisticated talent acquisition program the prop trading world has ever seen. This wasn't just a competition, people. This was Moneyball meets The Bachelor. But instead of finding love or baseball players, they were hunting for trading unicorns. Before we break down the money, let's take a moment to congratulate the employees of the month. Oh wait, I mean the top 3 traders.
First up, we have Michael D underscore BFCA, aka the YOLO Sniper. This absolute madman treated the competition like a personal vendetta against Jerome Powell himself, with a win rate that would make a coin flip jealous at 33%, and losses big enough to fund a small country's military. Michael somehow clawed his way to victory, with over $121,000 in profit. His trading philosophy? If I'm going down, I'm taking the entire Federal Reserve with me. This guy didn't trade the market, he challenged it to a duel at high noon. Then we have Presley Wincoop, the precision machine. While Michael was out there playing Russian roulette with futures contracts, Presley was conducting a symphony. 63% win rate, average wins over $2,000, trading with the calm deliberation of a monk who happens to be really good at making money. His biggest win nearly hit $7,000. And unlike our YOLO warrior, Presley didn't age 20 years in the process. Finally, meet William Bach-K, the risk management guru. This is the guy every prop firm dreams about at night. 46% win rate, average losses under $1,000, trading so conservatively that his worst day looks like most traders' best day. William is the poster child for not blowing up your account, the human embodiment of position sizing, the Warren Buffett of futures trading.
Then we have the teams, and the leaderboard might surprise you. Rips's team didn't just win, they absolutely steamrolled the competition, like they were driving F1 cars while everyone else showed up in go-karts. These legends posted a top 20 balance of $572,599, basically a decade of income for the average person, except they pulled it off while spinning slots and vibing to old-school rap. And if you haven't caught Rips on his Kick livestream, you're missing out. It's a full-on party disguised as a trading session that somehow still cruises at a 67% win rate. Meanwhile, Rocket Scooter Matt's crew came in second, and honestly, calling them second place feels like calling a Ferrari decent transportation. They hit $372,237 with a 69% win rate. Their team was so well coordinated, they allegedly had secret meetings and color-coordinated spreadsheets. Rake's team didn't just slide into third place. They fought their way there with the kind of precision trading that makes you wonder if they've secretly cracked the market's cheat codes. Their top 20 balance hit $350,757, backed by a sharp 70.14% win rate and an average P&L of $2,560. Numbers that say, yeah, we belong at the top.
But here's the plot twist that shattered everyone's expectations. Despite these powerhouse teams controlling the leaderboard, 10 of the top 20 traders weren't affiliated with any team whatsoever. No fancy logos, no coaching staff, no motivational group chats. These were pure lone wolves, surviving in the trading wilderness with nothing but energy drinks, accumulated market trauma, and razor-sharp technical analysis skills. They proved that sometimes the most powerful team is having no team at all. Now here's where we dive into the really juicy stuff. Remember, we have access to the complete leaderboard data for all 200 participants. So naturally, we did what any self-respecting financial investigators would do. We added up every single final profit and loss figure. The result? Drumroll, please. The top 200 traders collectively generated $6,130,249.46 in total profits. Now let's be clear. These 200 traders are heading to live accounts, which means this hypothetical test run becomes very real in just 2 weeks.
So let's apply some basic prop firm math. If Tradeify takes a 20% cut of trader profits, and these traders perform anywhere close to how they did in the preliminary round, then 20% of $6 million comes out to roughly $1.2 million. Are you seeing what I'm seeing here? It's not the traders who are walking away with $1 million. It's Tradeify. This competition wasn't a financial loss. It was a revenue engine disguised as entertainment. The $1 million prize pool wasn't an expense at all. It was a signing bonus for the most expensive job interview in history. So Tradeify is taking a 2-week breather to onboard 200 fresh employees. Trading stallions. By the end of it, they'll have one of the biggest live trader stables in prop firm history and probably the largest mass migration of talent ever attempted. And yes, onboarding 200 Seabiscuits does take time. This wasn't a delay. This was infrastructure activation for the most elaborate recruiting operation prop trading has ever seen.
Here's the psychological brilliance of this whole scheme. Most traders don't actually want to be in a live account at a prop firm. They'd rather trade their own money and avoid the profit split. Tradeify solved that problem by baiting them with a competition. Now Tradeify has 200 proven thoroughbreds, fully saddled, fed, groomed, and lined up at the starting gate. If even 10% of these traders perform in live markets the way they did in the competition, Tradeify is printing money. If 20% perform, they become an unstoppable trading powerhouse. So there you have it, the comprehensive breakdown of how Tradeify executed the most ambitious recruiting pipeline in modern trading history. They convinced top-tier traders to audition for them, pay for their own evaluation process, and then battle for the privilege of making even more money for the company. This wasn't just brilliant, it was revolutionary. Other prop firms are kicking themselves right now, wondering why they didn't think of it first. Tradeify didn't just identify great traders, they got to them first. And as long as these ponies like the barn, why would they ever leave?
Huge shout out to Brett and the entire Tradeify marketing machine. The competition officially resumes November 30th, and you've got to respect how fast these guys move. While most firms would still be celebrating, Tradeify is already deep in the data, mining feedback, studying trader behavior, and shaping improvements for the next competition. And honestly, isn't that what every trader wants? Just a chance to be heard. So thank you, Tradeify, for keeping this community entertained, for listening to us, and for giving the best traders a real opportunity to make real money. The live funded finals are proof of what can happen when a prop firm actually does what is best for traders. If you're interested in learning more about Tradeify, all the links are in the description.
Picture this. While other prop firms are still looking for their first millionaire like it's a missing sock in the dryer, Apex Trader Funding just cranked out 8 millionaires faster than your relatives show up for Thanksgiving dinner. And we're only in November. By December, we might witness something so unprecedented in futures trading that even the disclaimers are going to look surprised. Let me paint you a scene that's more chaotic than Black Friday shopping. Our hero Nutty Bar sits down to deliver some seriously overdue news after surviving a file corruption so brutal even his hard drive needed emotional support. We're talking about the kind of data crash that makes tech support weep into their keyboards. After weeks of rebuilding spreadsheets with the dedication of someone reconstructing a turkey recipe from memory, he's finally ready to spill the beans on the Apex August, September, and October results.
August kicked things off with Kevin from South Carolina, snagging the top spot with nearly $900,000. A number so big his phone asked if he wanted to view it in landscape mode for optimal disbelief. Matthew from the United Arab Emirates grabbed second with more than 700 grand, the kind of payout that makes everyone swear they always trusted your strategy. September rolled in with similar energy but fresh faces. Justin from Georgia led the parade at 473,000, while Anonymous from Katy, Texas, kept the momentum flowing like gravy on mashed potatoes. Meanwhile, Rubly continued her winning streak with the quiet confidence of someone who always knows exactly when the turkey's done. The international flavor was getting spicier than holiday seasoning. Traders from Romania, Australia, Taiwan, and Austria all crashed the top 10 party, turning the leaderboard into something more diverse than a potluck dinner where everyone actually brought something good.
Then, October kicked down the door and said, "Hold my energy drink." 5 traders tied for 10th place at 80,000 each. A perfect logjam, like everyone showed up wearing the same outfit and refused to change. But the real showstopper was Pick from Hong Kong, who absolutely obliterated expectations with a single payout of $1.26 million. That payout blew past the competition with the chaotic energy of a flag football game that got way too serious. Here's where our story gets juicier than a properly basted bird. When Nutty revealed the year-to-date rankings, the entire trading community leaned in like someone just announced dessert was ready. 8 of the top 10 traders had already bulldozed past the $1 million mark, with 2 already past the $2 million mark, as if the leaderboard came with a built-in fast lane. Kyle, also known as Jade Cap, was sitting pretty at nearly $3 million, while Man Beer was close behind at $2.6 million. These numbers were so far ahead they needed their own zip code.
Let's talk about perspective for a hot minute. While Apex was creating millionaires at breakneck speed, TopStep, the granddaddy of all prop firms, still has 0 millionaires, despite being in business long enough for dinosaurs to trade meteor futures. Other established firms were out here throwing parties for their first 6-figure payouts, while Apex traders were casually buying houses with their monthly earnings. At this point, the comparison wasn't apples to oranges, it was apples to jet engines. The geographic spread tells a story wilder than your family's holiday travel plans. Florida quietly became a trading goldmine, like everyone down there got a group text about making millions and decided to respond immediately. From Hong Kong to the Philippines, Canada to Colombia, success stories were popping up everywhere like relatives you forgot were coming to dinner.
But the real story is the monthly totals. August and September each delivered roughly $18 million in payouts, then October showed up flexing with $20 million. We're talking $56 million distributed in just 3 months, which is the kind of money that makes lottery winners feel modest. Behind these astronomical numbers sits a business model that basically took the traditional prop trading playbook and used it as kindling for a bonfire. While competitors were nickel and diming traders with high fees and terms written like they came from a medieval scroll, Apex rolled out their newest promotion, 80% off evaluations and a $40 lifetime activation fee. That's right, it is the lowest all-in price that Apex has offered, ever. With the barrier to entry lower than limbo at a beach party, you can practically feel thousands of traders shifting from maybe someday to why not me, faster than people claiming the last piece of pie.
As we cruise toward 2026, one thing is crystal clear. Apex didn't just change prop trading, they completely rewrote the script. They proved that when you remove the nonsense and actually align incentives, people perform. The door is still wide open. The same system that created this millionaire factory is still running, still accepting new traders, and still offering one of the best deals in the industry. If you're interested, links are in the description below. We need to give credit where it's due. None of this recap happens without Nutty Bar putting in the kind of persistent, spreadsheet wrangling effort that deserves its own highlight reel. The man rebuilt months of data, double-checked every number, and still showed up smiling. That's MVP behavior. If you want the full deep dive, head over to his channel and give the legend his flowers.
Happy Thanksgiving Day!